Hey guys, welcome to Kick Off Creative Games, and my name is Randy. I thought I'd give a quick update on the simulation game that I've been working on. The working title of the game is The Story Project, and it's all about watching people going through their daily grind. They would start in a house randomly assigned to them, and then that AI would be also be randomly assigned a work or a job, and then about an hour after before the office opens or the work opens, the character would rush into their job and then stay there, work, earn money for the company and earn money for themselves, but at the same time affecting some of their statistics or their, I don't know what you call them, acquired properties. That's what I call them. So they would have hunger. They would have. I did not. Let me check. I don't think I have morale, but I have charisma. I have many influence and many other stuff. So they wake up and then they go to their jobs, and then their properties would get affected over time, and their hunger would go down, or their satiation, their satisfaction, etc., etc. And then once their shift is done for that job, the company closes. Then they go back to their house, and then from there, on their first time that every time they go back to their house, like they go home for the night, they would set an errand that they have to do the next day, and that errand would be different stuff based on their the need that they have, the acquired property that is the lowest. But before I talk further, let me let me show you a quick demo of where the game is. So here, when you start, I have this meta-human character. So that guy, let's try to follow this guy. So these AIs were spawned at a random house that they were assigned, and it looks like this AI, whose name is Carly White. She's a female, also randomly assigned name and gender. She works at a company, education company, or probably a school, or probably a teacher. So now they rush into their day to go to get to work, and at the same time, as you can see, her hunger should be going up. So that should be satiation, or fit. I don't know what you call that. Also, her physical health is going down. Maybe she's just getting tired throughout the day, but she just stays there. Now I have that as their acquired properties. So I have the wealth, hunger, charisma, influence, physical health, and mental health. And by the way, their wealth is going up as well, same as that of the company itself. So current value started at 1,000. It's going up 25 every hour of the day, and then she's done for the job. So the company is closed. Now she goes back home, and this is her home for now. So these are just placeholder actors. And then right when she went inside the house, she would do a quick errand. Now this is the errand I'm talking about. It would be based on the property that she needs help the most. And at that moment, she needed help for her physical health. Right there. So when she's resting, her physical health is going up, but her hunger keeps going down. There you go. So there should be more stuff to do at night, or perhaps the player can forward the game. Okay, so now she's saying she needs to go to a medical clinic or a medical. And these errands are different actors. They do have different effects on the AI. So, for example, a medical would be helpful on physical and mental health, but groceries, everybody's looking for medical. So that guy is looking for a gym. So that would affect different types of properties that the AI needs to work on. So let's see how this goes. It's got hunger, and then physical health is going up, mental health is going up. And then it will be waiting for work time. So this part of the game, I'm not sure what to do yet. It will be quite boring for the player to just sit there and wait for the AIs to wake up. They're basically just sleeping in their houses. So if you have any thoughts, any ideas on a creative way, a fun way of doing it with these AIs, there you go. So now that AI is ready to go to work. It's about an hour before work opening, and then it goes back to work like that. So the school should open up. There you go. So now it's earning and it's working. And while she's doing that, let me talk about some delays. So we have the house as a house actor where the character would be spawned from. And then you have the work actor where the character goes to for work. And then you have the errand actor, which is where the character would go to help to improve whatever properties they need to work on. And for this guy, this lady, she's saying she needs medical after work. So every time they go to work, they end their work shift, they go to their errand before going home. So let's see if this lady is indeed looking for medical. And along the way, there you go. See where she's going. There you go. That's the closest one. So when they usually look for the closest errand that they can go to. And there's a specific delay in there, and then she goes back home. So as you can see, she improved her physical health. And then when she gets home, she looks for house of worship. I think she's looking for the closest one for her hunger, because that's the lowest property that she has. Now another actor that I placed randomly is the delay actor. So the delay actor will basically just delay the character before doing their next task. And these delay actors, like this one, for example, an accident, the duration is 4 seconds, the cost is -5, and the impact is -2, -3, and -1. So -2 in influence, -3 in mental health, and -1 in charisma. So these don't have collision in them at the moment. So whenever an AI overlaps with the sphere, they would stop, and then they would get delayed. Let's see if this guy would get delayed. No, he won't. Okay, so they would stop and then do the impact. So they would have less $5 in money. You would have less 2 in influence, less 3 in mental health, and less 1 in charisma. So now that would affect their properties, and then that would in turn affect which errand they would have to go to the next time they set their errands. And by the way, when they set their errands, it would look first for a very critical property, and then it would look for the best errand that would answer to that property. So I think the threshold right now is 85. So if a property goes below 85, it would scour the whole city to look for the best errand it can go to improve that property. Okay, so this lady, okay, let's follow that guy. It's a bit too dark at night. Okay. So that's basically where I am right now. I know it's very cluttered. It doesn't have any structure. It looks very messy at the moment. But these widgets, I'm really just using them to have a picture of the whole city and the AIs that are living in them, the actors that are playing. I mean, the actors that are in the city, randomly generated. Okay, these guys look stuck. House of worship, groceries. I think this guy's stuck. So I have to work on the AI navigation a bit better. I know right now it's using a better AI navigation. It looks like actors are still getting stuck. So the next thing for this is to have structure for each of the actors, the house, the workplace. Okay, that guy was done. So they basically sorted it out after. So the next thing would be placing a static mesh for the house, a static mesh for the workplace, static mesh for the errand, and perhaps a related static mesh for the delays. So this would look a bit more closer to a randomly generated city. So these actors were generated on top of our landscape. They were not generated using a grid, and that way they look more random than a grid procedural generation process would look like. So let me quickly quit this, and I've been looking for assets in the Epic Games Marketplace, and I am very interested in using this low poly modular low poly houses. They look modern enough so that I can use modern stuff because I have IT in there and whatnot, but they would fit nicely with a other low poly environment assets like low poly trees, because this one doesn't have a lot of trees, but I'm really liking how it looks, and it's very minimalistic. Well, not minimalistic, but I think it's since it's low poly, it's better on CPU usage anyway. It also has characters, although I need to work on the characters. See, so its characters were rigged. Well, its characters were retargeted for the Unreal Engine mannequin skeleton, but the hands somehow are not working. So I'm not sure if I'm using the characters, but I'm very interested in using these meshes. Also, I am looking at the other ones, which might work with the low poly approach that I'm thinking of using. So this one is a Asian, mainly Japanese. I'm Asian, but our houses don't look like this. I'm Filipino, by the way, based in Canada, and so this is very Japanese. Very, yeah, this is Japanese because they have the gates, and I mean, it can. Well, there are some similarities with Chinese. Anyway, these meshes I can use along with those low poly assets as well. So I can do a git bash and then see where that goes. Okay, so that's it. I think I'm that's where I am right now. I'm not sure where I would move forward with, but I am definitely looking at the low poly kit, low poly assets that I have in Unreal Engine, and I can start using that to create this story project game where there are randomly generated houses, randomly generated AIs, randomly generated work, and I haven't gotten into detail yet on where the player comes in, but I just want to I just want to create random generated environments with random generated AIs, with things that are happening, and we'll see. And yeah, so that's my update for today. And feel free to like this video, click that like button, or subscribe to our channel if you're interested. And thanks so much for your time. Once again, this is Randy, and hope you have a wonderful day.